and then just kind of adding stuff up in my head if I pay attention to it through the stages, and then maybe I'll get an update if I ask, like, hey, what's the point situation with some guys? And it's not as, thought about maybe the first race or the playoffs. I think you kind of get, and I mainly, if I do ask, hey, give me updates on this stuff just to see who's desperate, who's, that's not going to change the way I race, like on the offensive, but it might give me an idea of this guy's might be willing to do something, over the top because he's in this mode. So, it's not something I really like to worry about. My attention span isn't that large. I need to focus on one thing.
NASCAR said, Ryan, this week that there would be a conversation or a reminder message sent about race manipulation, as Dustin was just talking about. Is that a message that you like them to deliver every so often, or do you think everything's kind of been better behaved since the fallout of Martinsville last year?
Yeah. I don't think you ever want to get into that. And there was manipulation at Martinsville across the board. There was what happened on the last lap there. There was 25 laps leading up to it with another team that was doing it that didn't get talked about because of the 20 situation. And no one likes seeing that stuff. It's not pure motorsports to me. So I think it should be, and it's tough because it's like you got the teams or manufacturers saying these things, and as a driver, you're kind of handcuffed to an extent of man, I kind of need to do what my team is asking me to do. It kind of gets a mucky situation. I'd like to see just everyone racing and stuff like that, and worry about yourself, and you're not responsible for this guy. Just go do what's best for you. I don't think it would hurt to have a little conversation with NASCAR, and maybe there's penalties that are involved if a certain situation is about. But we'll see what that gets to. I don't know.
Should a driver be allowed, talked last week, could Denny not pass Ross in order to keep Joey out because he feels like Joey's a bigger competitor at the title? Is that?
Yeah,
where's that stand?
It could happen. It's.
Is that okay if he does that because he's choosing for himself?
I don't know. Then you got two different thoughts, right? Because let's just say Denny knew the whole situation. I know he didn't. But he's making a conscious decision to not pass the one to keep another competitor out. Okay, he's thinking long term, which is the future of his season. But at the moment, you could say that he's not running 100%. But he's playing a long game if he thinks this guy's better to have in or this guy out. So I don't know. It gets murky waters quickly, and I hate that it's even a topic of discussion because it always ends poorly. F1 deals with this stuff all the time, and they just come out and say it. Swap. Don't do it. And I'm like, they never really get a hard time for that, and that's just blatant. Do not pass this your teammate or swap positions. That to me is not right either. So I would just like to play out naturally. If your car's faster and you can pass that person, go past that person. So it can get pretty weird pretty quick, and it kind of takes a little bit away of the purity of motorsport, I feel like.
Ryan, does tomorrow's finish dictate how you approach Talladega?
Can, for sure. You could be in a must-win already going to Talladega. That could definitely happen. So this is an important race, not only to win, but to just have a good day and see where you're at. But you could be in a pretty good spot. Plus 30 on the cut line, you go to Talladega and you wreck early and you get 1 point. And your competitors, you go have big days, and now you're, what do you got at Martinsville? So. Every race is important. You have to perform everywhere, but I think definitely with the Talladega looming and never know what's going to happen, it's definitely big. But like I said earlier, my attention span is not wide enough to think that far out. I have to focus 100% on this, and if this weekend goes good or bad, all right, I'm going to focus on what spot we're in, what's next. So, but it's a big weekend.